Hi, welcome back. I'm excited to bake with y'all today. Today we have a delicious treat that is an oldie but a goodie. It is a superb, time-tested lemon poppy seed muffin that is a crowd pleaser. These are, you know, everybody's got a lemon poppy seed recipe. I've tried a whole bunch of them, and this just is the winner that we have all enjoyed over and over. So I am excited to bring this to you today. It really is so light and fluffy because it doesn't use oil, it uses Greek yogurt. And I put a little bit extra lemon in, so it really just brightens up the whole flavor, and I could eat them all day long. And my best videos here are like actual loaves of bread, which I love doing and I love experimenting with, and I have more of them to share with you. But sometimes it's nice to have just a simple thing you can make. It's quick and it's easy and just so filling and good, and they're great to have any morning. It's one of those things for me that's a comfort food. I just love, in the fall and winter, like cinnamon is my main go-to. In the spring and summer, it's anything lemon for me is just comfort food. So even though it's September 9th, we're almost officially fall, which is my favorite season, and I have some exciting fall cooking to do with y'all, but maybe this is my last hurrah of summer to do with you. So this is one of my favorites. It's one that my family absolutely loves. I'm really excited to bake this with you today, and I really hope you try it and that you enjoy it. So without further ado, let's get baking. This is so simple. So we need 1 stick of butter, or half a cup of butter melted. And when I made this Sunday morning before church, I just mixed it in a bowl by hand with a whisk, so you don't need a mixer for it. I just feel like using one today. This has been a day of many chores and hanging lots of clothes on the line and cleaning and getting stuff done. So my arms are tired. I'm going to let the machines do the work here. So 1 stick of butter, half a cup of butter, 1 cup of a granular sweetener of choice. If you want to use honey, you'll probably need to add more flour to kind of counteract the liquid of the honey. I'm going to go ahead and use evaporated cane juice with honey, also known as honey granules. So everything has so many names. But 1 cup of sweetener of choice. And we want to start mixing this however long it takes to break down whatever sweetener you're using, so it's nice and creamy, and like these are bigger grains than white sugar that you would usually get at the grocery store, so those break down really fast. These just take a little bit extra work. We're just going to let the machine do the work and keep it going until everything's a lighter color and creamy, and you can tell that, you know, most of your sweetener's broken down. Okay, so mine is nice and fluffy and lighter and creamier. So we're going to add 2 eggs, which actually I broke one open and it's a double yolker, so just 2 large eggs. We're going to do 1 whole cup of milk. We're going to add in a half a cup of Greek yogurt. I just do a plain flavor. Maybe a vanilla wouldn't be too bad because we're going to add vanilla in also. Alright, I've zested 2 lemons, so you want the zest of both of those lemons. And then 2 tablespoons or 1/8 of a cup of lemon juice. Okay, and then because I'm a lemon fiend, 2 tablespoons is what it says to put in. We did 2 lemons, so I'm just going to kind of 1, 2, 3, count to 3, and add some more in. because I like a real, like, woo, it gets you right here kind of lemon flavor. Then we're gonna do 2 teaspoons of vanilla. We're just gonna let this mix really well in here. I'm gonna do 2 tablespoons of poppy seed. If you think that might be too much for y'all, I mean, adjust it to whatever you like. I think it's a good amount. We're gonna add 2 1/4 cups of flour. I use soft white wheat just because we don't need anything to rise, so soft white's better for that. Then we're gonna add 1 1/2 teaspoons of baking powder, a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, and a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. So we just let it mix minimally. You don't need to let it mix a long time. So we've got a nice thick batter. Get whatever muffin tins you like. If you change from doing the regular size muffin tins to doing larger ones or just the muffin top pans, they come out beautifully in those. I can't give you the bake time for those, so you'll just have to keep an eye on it. While we fill these up, preheat your oven to 425, and then when it's ready, we're going to bake them for 6 minutes at 425, and then turn it down to 350 and bake it for about 6 to 7 minutes until you see it to get that nice kind of golden on top. But there's something about baking it at these 2 different levels that just really makes it moist and fluffy. I don't know, I baked it at 350 and they just don't come out as good. So I don't know if I stumbled upon a little magic trick or not, but so preheat to 425. So I use my scoop here, and you can fill these to the top. They're not going to rise and get really big, so you don't have to worry about complete overspillage here. This recipe is so funny. Well, not the recipe, I guess freshly milled flour is funny. I made this a few days ago, Sunday morning, and I got, this recipe is supposed to be for a dozen, and I got 3 extra muffins. And then today, Sunday was a lot warmer. Today it's much cooler. And for some reason, I only have 1 extra muffin, but that's freshly milled flour for you. It depends on the season the wheat was made. It depends on the temperature of your house, the humidity. All of these things change because I add in the exact same amount of every ingredient. It's funny, I thought I'd have 2 extra ones. Not this time. And one time I had 1 less. I only had 11, and I don't know what happened that day, but oh well. So we're gonna stick these in for 6 minutes at 425, and then I would say turn down your oven. My oven, I have to turn it off completely and then quick hit 350. So as soon as your 6 minutes at 425 are up, turn it down to 350 and bake for at least another 6 minutes, 6 to 7, until you can see it starting to change to that nice golden brown on top that we love on our baked goods. And even though freshly milled flour bakes a little bit darker, so everything looks darker, you can definitely tell, because this is pretty light, when it starts to change to that golden brown. I realized in editing this video I made a silly mistake and I forgot to show you close-ups of these delicious muffins, and I really want you to see just how moist and light and fluffy they are, and you should be able to see the inside of the muffin too if I can tempt you to make them. They are so good and easy to make. So here it is. Forgive my mistake. I hope you try them.